Everyone has a story. Stories have power. They help us understand. Jessop's Journal is a collection of powerful, positive, and inspirational stories. It's time for Jessop's Journal.
Hi, I'm Doug Jessop. Welcome to Jessop's Journal. In this episode, I start off interviewing two sisters that tell their story through music. Now, a little birdie tells me they just might have a rivalry. And yeah, we'll find out because they're our musical guest.
I am shameful, you are unashamed. I am weakness, you are strength. I am godless, and your God is great. No wonder Daddy loves you more.
The second half of the show is going to focus on two of the youngest people I've interviewed. Now, I've done interviews with people over 100 years old. These guys are a lot younger. First up, Chase Hansen. He's been helping the homeless since, get this, since he was 6 years old. He even ended up on Good Morning America.
Really inspiring young man to introduce you to. He's just 10 years old. He's making a difference in the lives of homeless people, one meal at a time.
I met Mary Ann Jensen when she was just 5 years old. She was one of my first clear pinpoint weather kids. Well, she's grown up a little bit, and now she's a published author.
It's 82 degrees.
In Salt Lake City. Now, what about the rest of the state? You pick one out, and I'll tell you how to say the name of the town.
In Cedar City, it's 86.
But first, and I wore the shirt just for it, okay, the Red Dirt Girls. Hey, it's the Red Dirt Girls.
Leaves are going,
It's time to sign into Jessop's Journal.
snow is falling. She didn't care to pack her coat.
With me today are the Red Dirt Girls. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves so I don't screw up your names. So let me start with
I'm
you.
Lindy.
And?
Lacey.
Lindy and Lacey. Okay. Do your guitars by chance have names?
Yes. This is Emmy Lou.
And I actually just got this guitar like a month ago, so it doesn't have an official name yet, but I'm going to have to get back to you on that, on my guitar name.
Now, a little birdie told me that there's a story behind this guitar.
Yes.
Okay, so how in the world did you get this guitar?
I won a songwriting competition a few years ago and got to play in Ogden at a concert, and Emmy Lou was the headliner.
Emmy Lou as in
Emmy Lou Harris, yes.
Wow, good job.
And so I won this guitar and got to play my song right before her and Rodney Crowell took the stage. So,
Are you serious?
yeah, that's
Oh,
really
that
cool.
is so awesome.
And then Lacey and I fangirled
Yeah.
and got some photos and got to chat
Got
with
to
her.
meet her.
yeah.
It was amazing.
It was fun.
Now, there's got to be a connection. So Emmy Lou Harris actually has a song by the name of Red Dirt Girl. Not girls, but girl.
Yep.
Okay. Any connection in that in the name?
There might be.
100%. Yeah.
Might be. Okay.
Yeah, we for a while we were toying with a
We
few
weren't
other
sure.
band
Yeah, we
names.
weren't sure what we were going to name ourselves. And we're the Rogers sisters, so we were like, do we just go by the Rogers sisters? But then
But then we
we
live
just
in
remembered the song and Red Dirt Girls.
about 2 red dirt girls in a red dirt town, and we're from southern Utah.
What was it like growing up in southern Utah?
The best. I loved it. And that's why I lived
That's
there
why
again. Yeah.
we're still there.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Beautiful country, beautiful people. It's
Yep.
fun.
Yep. all of our families there too, so that's really nice.
Oh, that helped. So what was the first song that you guys publicly performed as a duo?
As Red Dirt Girls, our very first song we sang together had to be Rivalry.
We wrote a song about sisters who disagree, and we were just kind of toying with it being maybe my brothers and my sisters and me disagreeing, but then I was like, no, it's got to be just about sisters. And then we wrote a song and played it at a bar, and then we were a band.
If I remember right, a bar named Sue.
A bar named
That's
Sue.
it. That's
Okay,
the
there
one.
you go.
One
You
of
might
our
as well give
faves.
them a shout out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we love them.
Is there a particular song that you guys would like to play for us right now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it called?
This song's called Utah Sunrise.
Okay, what's it about?
It's actually a song our mom wrote.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Yes, when we were young. It was for our uncle who passed away from cancer. And he was a Southern Utah boy and grew up playing outside in the dirt and climbing the red rocks. And so she wrote this for him, and it's about a love song to the sun about how it's going to set, but someday it's going to rise.
Yeah, it's still with us.
Take hold of my hand, run with me in the red sand. We'll capture the dunes and take over the hills. This precious land has been here long before us. Let's not take for granted the dirt on our knees. You don't always have to climb. I'll be right here. Just take your time. When canyon coyotes call, we'll scale the highest wall. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You'll never be loved like you'll be loved tomorrow. When the sun goes down, when the sun goes down, you'll never be loved like you'll be loved tomorrow. When the sun goes down, when the sun goes down. So thank you, my friend. It's time for me to go now. I'll remember your smile, and I'll long for your touch. Our precious time always goes too quickly, but you're not alone. I've sent for the moon and the stars. You don't always have to shine. I'll be right here. Just close your eyes. In true blue mountain skies, the Utah sun will rise. In true blue mountain skies, the Utah sun will rise. You'll never be loved like you'll be loved tomorrow. When the sun goes down.
It's especially poignant to hear the background of that story. So what was your uncle's name?
Uncle Joe.
I think Uncle Joe would be pretty proud of you, ladies. That's pretty neat.
Thanks, yeah.
Thanks.
Since you're the younger one, we're going to pick on you first.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
So how do you want to leave your mark?
Honestly, the same as that journal right there, and just how it's unique. I feel like I have a unique path that I have gone through in life. Not that one that I expected to walk down, but it's my own, and I love it. So I just feel like being proud of who I am, where I came from, and owning it, and just keep going.
So I teach little kids music, and we were playing instruments and just drums, just hitting the drum. And some of them, they would play a rhythm and then they'd be like, "Oh, I messed up." And I'd be like, "We don't know. Like, this is your turn to, like, time to create something. It's just play whatever you feel." And then it's such a it's a hard thing to learn that you can't mess up your own rhythm, your own song. Maybe that's why we write our own, because it's like no one will know.
Totally.
But just to be heard, and just to make a noise, and just to be like, this is something that I'm here. Mm-hmm. And I think that feeling of knowing that you're good already, and it's just okay to be able to get up on stage and make a noise.
Yep.
Well, you're making beautiful noise.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to Jessop's Journal today.
Thanks for having
you.
us.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
One of my favorite inspirational quotes is from Audrey Hepburn. She said, "To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow." Everyone has a story, and sometimes those stories are told through music. It's time for Jessop's Jukebox. I've got two sisters here, Lacey and Lindy, okay? I don't know about you, but of course, they never have any sibling rivalry, but somebody you know might, just saying, okay? With their song of that same name, Rivalry, here are the Red Dirt Girls.
I never called us a rivalry. I never called us a rivalry. You're everything I ever wanted to be. I am my own worst enemy. No wonder Daddy loves you more. Rivalry between my sister and the devil and me. Rivalry between who they are and who I am. I am shameful, you are unashamed. I am weakness, you are strength. I am godless and your God is great. No wonder Daddy loves you more. Rivalry between my sister and the devil and me. Rivalry between who they are and who I am. Oil and water, we're the gunsmith's twin daughters, and he is the fire that keeps us safe and warm. At 6 years old, he gave us shotguns, but I knew I'd never want one. And you lit up like the sun. No wonder Daddy loves you more. Rivalry between my sister and the devil and me. Rivalry between who they are and who I am. My eyes are closed, they will never see. My mind is clouded by empathy. Fear the wrong kind of blood and suffering. No wonder Daddy loves me more. Rivalry between my sister and the devil and me. Rivalry between who they are and who I am. Rivalry between my sister and the devil and me. between who they are and who I am.
You know me as the TV hat guy. What you might not know is that all of my hats have a story. This hat is in honor of my Native American heritage. It's called the Cherokee Summer. Our next guest doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. Robin Roberts from Good Morning America even asked him to run for president when he gets old enough. Oh, by the way, did I tell you? He's 12 years old. Chase, it's time to sign into Jessop's journal.
I'm very excited.
So Chase, you and I have known each other for a fair amount of your life, which is kind of strange. There's part of a reason why I've got you on. I recently interviewed a woman by the name of Romaine Wallen-Zito, 103 years old.
I remember, I watched the video, it was amazing.
Awesome. She was a cool lady. And so she was the oldest person that I've ever interviewed. You, my friend, I'm pretty sure, are the youngest one. Okay, you and I chatted, how old were you when I first interviewed you?
I think I was about 8, yeah.
Okay, and now you are?
I'm 11 now.
Man, you were just like a rock star at 11. Well, do you remember why I interviewed you the first time?
I just got an award from the Lieutenant Governor because I was doing my 5 years community service. I was trying to help my community in the only way I knew how, being a friend.
And you're a pretty good friend.
Thank you.
Now, there's a special group of people that you like to befriend, and tell me who they are and why you do it.
For the past couple of years, me and my dad have been working with people who are lonely, people who are suffering. We've been mainly focusing on the homeless populations because it's people we see everywhere. For the past, we've just been picking people up, lifting them, putting them on their feet, and just talking to them and becoming their friend through a meal for 30 minutes to an hour. And becoming their friend was honestly the most meaningful experience I ever had. That was the first time I encountered a homeless person face to face, human interaction.
Since that interview, you've had a couple more interviews.
I have.
So tell me about some of your interviews.
Well, some of my more recent ones, I just gave a TED Talk. I don't know if that counts as an interview.
That's pretty dang cool.
It is, and I guess one of my most recent ones before COVID hit was at Good Morning America, and then you guys interviewed me just after the TED Talk. So I've had a lot of interviews before that, and a lot more after your first interview with me. So
when you chat with somebody, okay, and you take them out to lunch, I believe, what's some of the questions that you ask them?
What my dad likes to call innocent questions. Questions that are like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite superhero? What do you like to do for fun? Questions like that. What's your favorite type of pet? All those questions gather up to one simple sentence my dad says, innocent questions.
Innocent questions. Okay, so, Mr. Chase Hansen, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color right now is probably silver.
Silver, okay. Favorite pet?
My dog, Finn.
Finn, okay. What kind of dog is Finn?
He's a Maltese mix. We adopted him. We don't know his exact breed, but he's the cutest dog in the world.
There you go, okay. And he was homeless, apparently.
He was,
So,
in the streets of Mexico. So.
Yeah, there you go. Even your dog was homeless. You helped out. Good job.
Really inspiring young man to introduce you to. He's just 10 years old. He's making a difference in the lives of homeless people, one meal at a time.
Okay, so how in the world did you get into Good Morning America?
It was crazy. Apparently, when we were talking to one of the editors, he knew some of the people that we've been talking to and been sending emails to. So they were playing forward tag, and it got to this co-editor, and he said, this might actually be a story. So he told Robin about it, and she was like, go ahead. So a couple days later, I was astonished. I was on Good Morning America, and a couple weeks later, I was flying out to New York.
Good job. What was the thing that surprised you the most about being on Good Morning America?
Oh, wow. I've never been to New York. it was amazing. I loved Central Park. I loved all of it. I played a Spider-Man game that's full of, it's like New York everywhere, so I'm like, I know this place.
Yeah.
The thing that surprised me most was I actually got on. Somebody heard my story and told people about it. I somehow got on to Good Morning America.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, I remember there was one thing that one of the hosts there said is that, you ought to run for president, huh?
I think I speak for everyone. When you grow up, could you please run for president?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying that to me lately, but I've been thinking. I wanted to run for president of the world when I was a little kid, but now I want to run for global impact officer, trying to impact the world in my own way. So.
Well, thank you very much for coming on Jessop's
Thank you.
Journal today. Life is never boring. Sometimes you have something I like to call the wonderful world of regret. If you've ever had a tattoo or permanent makeup that you've fallen out of love with, the folks at Tattoo Away have come up with a pretty cool system that literally removes the ink out of the skin. Keeping with the theme of young people doing great things, Mary Ann Jensen was one of my first clear pinpoint weather kids. Met her when she was about 5 years old. I think it was like her last day of preschool. Well, I've kept in touch with her over the years. Now she's a published author. Mary Ann, it's time to sign into Jessop's Journal. Mary Ann, I have known you for a while.
Yes.
Okay. Full disclosure, I've kind of been mentoring you since you were about right here. Tell people why and how we met.
When I was 2 years old, I watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for the first time. And that's when I saw Sam Sparks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be like her.
Okay, everybody, you are not going to believe this one, but we are about to be in the epicenter of a perfect food storm.
That's when my love of meteorology came into play. And then my grandma saw the commercial to become a clear pinpoint weather kid. So she told us, and then my parents and I made a video.
In St. George, it's always sunny.
Send it into ABC4, and then on my last day of preschool, when I was 5 years old, I came here to ABC4, and that's when I met you. And then I did the weather on live TV with Jim Kosek.
I did not realize it was your last day of preschool.
Yes.
Oh my heck. Okay, yeah, because that was a promotional fun thing that I came up with a long time ago. You did a stellar job, by the way.
Thank you.
You were one of my first weather kids. What was the thing that you remember the most about being on as the weather kid the first time?
There were so many things I remember. I definitely remember being on the green screen, like being in front of the green screen, and like I had to look into like this screen where I could see what was behind me, and then I had to use my finger to like try and find it, and I think that was the hardest part.
It's 82 degrees.
In Salt Lake City. Now, what about the rest of the state? You pick one out, and I'll tell you how to say the name of the town.
In Cedar City, it's 86.
Nice.
But it was such a neat experience to actually be able to be there, you know, chasing my dreams, and going back and watching it. I'm like, yeah, that is so much fun, and I want to do it again.
Okay, well, we might be able to arrange that. Just saying, yeah. And then I said, you know what the heck, Mary Ann did pretty good. Let's have her be a junior reporter.
Are you so excited to be our junior reporter today?
Yes.
I can't remember. I know one story that we did, but I can't remember all of them. So do you remember some of the junior reporter stuff you did?
When the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus was in town, I went and I interviewed the ringmaster and the guy that works with the circus dogs, and then I think my favorite part was I held this rope and I helped the dogs jump rope at the circus on live TV.
So do you have a dog at your house?
No, we're not pet people.
Oh, well, I still like you. It's okay.
Thank you.
So that was a couple years ago. What have you been doing since?
I have always loved writing, and I've always loved stories. And when I was little, I would draw pictures and then write stories to go along with them, or I'd pick up a picture book and I'd make up stories to go along with it. So I've always really loved stories and writing. But when I was 11 years old in 5th grade, it was almost Christmas time, and I just finished my first draft of The Lost Mermaid. So I said that, you know, this would be a great Christmas present for all my friends. So we sat in front of the printer, my parents and I, for hours and hours and printed out copy after copy. And it was just like this paper copy that we bound with an elastic. So not quite as fancy as this one, but I gave it to all of my friends, and I just loved the joy that came across their faces, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this some more. So I came to my parents with some money that I'd saved up, and I said, I want to publish this. I want it to be a real book with a real cover and a spine and a barcode and my face on it, and like I had all these things that I wanted to do, and they're like, okay, let's do it. So we did that, and then we sent it off, and on my 12th birthday, it came, and here we are now.
There you go. Okay, so now I'm looking at the artwork on this.
Yes.
And from what I understand, not only did you write the book, but you did the drawings.
Yes, I also did all of the drawings, both on the cover and on the inside.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to tease you, since you're not a pet person, but just saying, you do have fish.
Yes.
You have turtles. You have crabs. I'm just saying, maybe you need an aquarium.
Yes. Mom, I think we can arrange that.
Okay. Mary Ann Jensen, how do you want to leave your mark?
I want everyone who knows me and everyone who meets me to know that you're never too young to follow your dreams. I mean, I would have never imagined that at 5 years old, I'd be able to do the weather on live TV. And now I'm a 13-year-old published author with 3 published books. So don't underestimate yourself, because it doesn't matter your age. You just should follow your dreams, because that's magical.
Very cool. I know you're washing your nose, and hopefully by now you're washing your hands. Clear nasal spray helps wash away the bacteria and helps me breathe better. So come on, I know you want to do it. Join me. Take a deep breath and relax. Thanks for watching this episode of Jessop's Journal. It's my honor to share with you powerful, positive, and inspirational stories with people from all walks of life, right here on TV, as well as on jessopsjournal.com. Here's the thing I want people to remember. Everyone has a story. Stories have power. They help us understand each other. With another entry into Jessop's Journal, I'm Doug Jessop.